It's the mentality of an eagle. I often ask myself, what differentiates those who wish for better outcomes and those who do something about it? What separates the dreaming from the progress and the wishing from the reality? Sure, life is complex. There are a lot of moving parts to understand. But I think this element is simple. Those who build things in life are willing to not only see a reality that hasn't yet materialized, but they also understand that in a world of no, they have to be the yes. They have to believe in their ability to drive towards finish lines that no one else sees. And see, meaning cannot come to fruition without that discomfort. Or as Nietzsche put it, one must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star, and that's just it. Most people see what is, most people conform, they do not create. To change something means you have to be the metaphorical eagle amongst pigeons, flying above all that, everyone, everything else, superseding the limiting beliefs that shackle others to their one-dimensional reality. But most importantly, it means you can see. You can see what no one else can. You have line of sight to what no one else understands. See, in this world, no one walks up to you on the street, puts their arm around you and says, "Hey kid, that dream, follow that, because I can tell you're going to do big things." No one says, "Hey, that business idea, you're going to thrive next year, I know it. That relationship, it's going to happen. That level of fitness, oh, I can see it already." Nope. People see what's right in front of them. And as it pertains to you and your world, your life, people are those pigeons. And so that leaves you with a choice. Do you accept that? Do you blend in, take the scraps you're allowed to consume, the crumbs laid out in front of you? Or do you step back and acknowledge that this is going to be tough, this is going to hurt, it's going to push me further as the person that I've ever been pushed? But you know what I get in return? That view. I get to live above the clouds with those who don't wait in line. No, they become the main attraction. They transform what is into what will be, because the world, it has a way of ensuring that we really want what we say we do. Greatness in any area of life is reserved for those willing to carry forward when most would turn back. To build a bridge to something greater when most people point out that your bridge is not connected to anything, that it's a waste of time, it's trivial, useless, irrational. Good. Changing your life in the world around you has to be irrational. Taking the status quo and shaking it, saying, "I'm going to alter this landscape," is irrational. But from irrationality comes the future. So when you feel like the world is against you, when you have an uphill battle to climb, when there are a million reasons for you to turn around, understand that this is nothing more than an indicator that you are right where you need to be, against the current, bringing something new to life. See, if it were easy, it would already exist. But changing your life, that makes you an architect of the unseen. So build. On the days you want to, build. On the days you don't, build. When they understand, build. And when they assume you've altogether lost your mind, build. Sure, it's not easy, but it's worth it. And when tomorrow comes, and it looks a lot different from today, when you've grown, evolved, transformed, and you look back and don't even recognize the person you once were. That won't be because you listened to the chirping of the doubters and the naysayers. It won't be because when strangers told you to give up, you packed your bags and went home. No, it will be because you rose above all that. They saw empty space and you saw a world undiscovered. They saw your head in the clouds while you built those castles in the air. You were always on a trajectory to something greater. You didn't need to convince them. You needed to convince yourself. To unlock the shackles and take to the sky, leave everything that once held you down behind. This isn't about anyone else. It's about the conversation between you and the horizon that awaits. It's the attitude of the eagle.
Eagle that's 100 and some odd feet in the air, and that eagle is flying around, and all of a sudden it looks down in the Atlantic Ocean and it sees its prey. It sees the fish, and all of a sudden, bam! All that eagle does is one time it brings out its wings. The next time it shows its face toward where it's going. It puts its head down and boom, it dives down. It doesn't look to the right. It doesn't look to the left. It doesn't look up. It doesn't look further down. It looks straight at its prey and it goes pow, straight down into the Atlantic Ocean. Straight down, eyes focused, arms out steady, the wind blowing, and bam! It scoops up its prey and it keeps on going. You gotta be like that, baby. You gotta focus on one thing. Everything seems like it's important when you try to make your goals become a reality. But everything is not important. You gotta make a decision. What's first, what's second, what's third? Somebody says if you chase 2 rabbits, guess how many you'll catch? You won't catch none. Stop focusing on 4 things at once. And I need you to concentrate on one thing.
There are people who are going to talk about you. There'll be many distractions. There are people who will say you're not qualified. There are people who won't give you a shot. When you have goals and dreams, you will have tribulations. Didn't say you might. You will. It's going to be extremely challenging for you. But here's what I can say to you. You are exceptional. You are different. You are uncommon. All you had was a dream and determination that you were going to make it.
What is your motivation? Listen to me. You got to find out what your motivation is. You got to find out what drives you, what moves you. What's your reason for getting up in the morning? What's your reason for going to work? What can you do every day, all day, and do it for free? Once you can tap into the why, once you know why you do what you do, once you know what moves you, what drives you, once you can get that, I'm telling you, man, it ain't nothing you can do. I'm not getting paid for the people who watch this, for my motivation, my drive. My drive is to help people, not only academically and socially, but personally, make their dreams become a reality. When you're passionate about what you do, listen to me, you don't have to chase your dreams. You don't have to chase your goal. Guess what? They'll start chasing you. Without struggle, there's no progress. So whatever you're willing to struggle for, you can have whatever you like.